Whoa, we are live. The first time in, I don't know, many months.
Yes.
And of course, this is the
Freaky Nanner Show.
Yes, we're back. See, now we got all these fun gadgets. You can see our it's over here. I can't. This little gadget with our thing on it. We did a cold open because I still got work to do because I'm a busy person. But we'll get there. And now we're supposed to be streaming live on Facebook and on YouTube right now with this. And so anywhere you go, you can watch us. Comment, send in. You can even link in on here, and we can get you on camera, on video, if you have video. So we're at least starting strong. Obviously, we got 0 viewers, but talking to the air.
Yeah. Okay. What the fuck is
What
this?
the fuck?
Oh my god. Oh my god.
It's the lobster man. Crab boy. What the fuck? What the fuck? One thing I want to do, I can mess with this stuff while we're doing this. Settings.
Someone's watching this, Nanner.
Ooh.
Someone is watching.
They can see us. They can see us.
Oh.
Yes.
Whoever it is. Hi.
Okay.
I just want you to know I love you. I can't see anything on the screen right now because Nanner is poking things out with his finger right now. But watch this.
Hello, everybody. My name is Teeth Face. I've got teeth in my face. How are you today?
Yeah. So sorry.
I wanted to. I just saw how you could do that.
I don't know, but that's messed up. Scroll it.
Yeah. Or you can switch because it seems weird when I'm looking at myself backwards. Oh well.
Oh, they left us.
They left.
Oh, they're back again.
They're back. Someone new. Yes.
Look into my eyes, and
Looks
you
like
can
you
see
what you mean to me.
Just so you guys know, I'm not really on that side of the screen. I'm on the opposite side.
Yes.
So I don't want you guys to think that you've been lied to.
Yes. Oh yeah, I bet you. No.
I don't want you guys to think that we're like deceiving you because I'm not actually on that side of the couch. I'm on the other side of the couch. I don't know.
No, I turned the camera off. I didn't want to do that.
Hey, you got an Adidas hoodie on?
Yes.
I got an Adidas hoodie too, but it's not on right now. It's in the other room. Maybe I'll put it on so we can be Adidas brothers.
Yes.
Oh, we got 2 people now.
2 people. We're getting it.
Oh, no, just 1 now.
Oh, we're getting it. Come on, we need like 400,000.
We've just been doing a lot of adult stuff lately. Yeah. That's why we haven't been around. That's why we haven't been on.
A lot of adulting. We had to change venues. There's been many venue changes.
FEMA's been trying to stop us.
Yeah. They're Jewish space lasers.
Yeah, it's crazy, man.
Yeah. You know, the only reason we got on today is because Israel is fighting with Lebanon, with Iran, and Gaza, or Palestine, and so they had to pause Jewish space lasers for a minute. And we were able to just beam out finally.
Yeah.
They've been stopping us for a long time.
They
just keep stopping us. Yes. Oh, and I did want to point out that since the last time, the real Nanner's coming back.
The real man Nanner.
Yeah, look at this. Look at this.
It's beautiful.
My beard, it's probably grown since then, but I feel like it never grows.
It's everything I wanted it to be and more. Mm-hmm. You can house a whole family of mice in there.
Yeah. And it's not letting me do it, but it was a thing. I don't know why all the stuff that was on here all of a sudden disappeared, but there's supposed to be a banner that goes across every 30 seconds, a ticker that says John Stamos is amazing.
Oh.
But
yay. Oh, just so you guys know, if you need any kind of reminder of how great John Stamos is, I'll tell you one thing right now. There's not one damn picture of him at any of those Diddy parties, those
No.
freak offs. Not one picture. No, you're not gonna find him on the list because he's not about that life.
Yeah, definitely not, because he's a clean cut,
Yeah.
great guy,
Hmm.
and he, he wouldn't take part in having over 1,000 bottles of lube and baby oil,
He doesn't even need that. He sweats it.
and then 784 dildos.
John Stamos doesn't need such worldly possessions.
You know,
Everything that he needs, his body produces in its own.
I think 411 dildos would have been plenty, but he almost doubled that.
Yeah.
I don't know how you get so many dildos.
I just imagine P. Diddy being like, I'll be right back. I gotta find my special dildo. And then he's like, goes in one closet and it's like, oh, damn it. Then goes to another one. Damn it. He goes upstairs. I'll be right back. Oh, I forgot. I got my inventory log. He's like, okay. Room C, cupboard B, drawer C11. All right.
Yeah, locked cabinets. He has to call somebody. Can you bring up the key?
Yeah. He's got special dildos for special occasions. Oh, it's 4th of July. Get the 4th of July dildo.
It's a white party. Get the white dildo.
Yeah.
Then they have, I don't know if that's true either, but supposedly Ashton Kutcher and Mila Kunis is trying to move to Germany because of all this.
Oh, I'm not surprised.
Like, fuck, I think they said something. Fuck Hollywood or something.
They're scared.
Yeah,
They got the
scared
fear
to
from
death. There's a lot of people, a bunch of executives, producers, and all that are quitting
The first
the music industry.
red flag that Mila Kunis and Ashton Kutcher put up was when they were defending Danny Masterson. And I was like, the hell is this shit?
Because there was a good freak off when they were all together.
Yep. Danny Masterson, all the Mastersons and the Baders.
What's his name? Fez's name? What's his real name?
Wilmer.
Yeah.
Valderrama. Yeah, Wilmer was getting this Wilmer. Wilmer.
Yeah, he's being de-Wilmerized.
Mama, please.
He's getting that Dilderama.
No, it's not good. You'll never find Keanu in none of those lists either.
Keanu.
I love Keanu.
Yes. And we always see the pictures of him with girls he's never touching.
Yeah, he's an honorable man. He's an honorable man.
And he's going to come back for John Wick 5.
He will.
Oh, yeah. And when they're going to reboot the Matrix. And then they're going to do Point Break 2, where they're going to dig up Patrick Swayze.
Yeah.
He's going to actually jump out of the planes with Patrick Swayze's skeleton tied to his back.
It will be.
Yeah. Patrick Swayze. It's funny, though, that Patrick Swayze died so early. His brother, his ugly brother, that was in a bunch of movies, too. Still running around. He's still in movies.
I was going to say more about the P. Diddy thing. I had some really funny stuff I had brought up to some people at work about that, some clever, funny stuff. But it's lost. I've lost it. It's not in my brain anymore. And it makes me sad. So I had some funny material about that. Oh, I do have something to say. We were talking about things we wanted to say before the show, and my mind couldn't think of anything, but now I do. None of you fucking buy that goddamn Krabby Patty from Wendy's.
Yeah.
I swear to God, don't make my mistake. If there's any kind of secret formula to that Krabby Patty, it's disappointment. Dave Thomas made the patties square because he didn't want to cut corners, and that's what they did. That's what they did.
Cutting corners, Wendy's.
There wasn't even a sesame seed bun.
Jesus, that's ridiculous.
They took the ketchup, the mustard, and the mayonnaise out. And they replaced it with what looked like probably SpongeBob's cum. Is that what the secret ingredient
And then
is?
squeeze from Patrick.
And there was no
Sliver.
flavor. There was no flavor.
They got all kinds of weird things. They got the stupid, gross Wednesday Addams.
No, that's at Burger
Burger
King. They
King.
got the purple.
Yeah.
I had literally just been telling somebody about how they used to have the black Whopper.
Black one.
Now they got the purple Whopper, and you're paying
They had a red Whopper too.
for the purple Whopper. It's $7.50 for a regular Whopper. The same exact Whopper, but not purple. It's I want to say it's like $6 something. So you're paying like $1 for purple dye. Like
For bucks.
yeah.
That's what I was talking about. All that red dye in your food, all of it. Your bright colored cereals and your cough syrup, all that. That's bugs.
It is. They're from shellac beetles and from India. And not only that, but the grossest part really isn't even the beetles to me. It's if you watch the nasty people that are handling all the beetles, they're like barefoot and they're all dirty and filthy and they're in these factories and they're just stomping on all these bugs and they're like taking the bugs and they're putting it through this thing and then they're like stretching it with their teeth. They got these sheets that they spread it out on and they're spreading it they're stretching it out with their teeth and
Reminds
stuff.
me of like China when people were calling out Chinese people were like filtering out toilets and stuff because people that ate the food with the oil, they shit the oil back out and they were just putting it in the buckets and they filter it back out and reuse the oil.
That's so gross.
Yeah.
People are disgusting.
And you want to live in another country? All these people. Oh yeah, that was the big thing over the summer was the stupid anti-Israel protests all over colleges. But it was sponsored by people that do this shit for a living. And they just get all these dumbass kids and they go and they interview them. They're like, what are you here protesting? I don't know. My friend just brought me here.
We're gonna make you all angry. We know you want something to be angry about, so we're gonna give you something to be angry
People
about.
pay for ridiculous costs in these colleges, Columbia University, and then you got retards camping out in tents and yelling at everybody, especially Jews.
Everybody knows the best way to protest something is go in front of a building, put up your phone on the ground facing you live, pour gasoline all over yourself and light yourself on fire.
A few people did that.
And you know what? That's the most effective thing you can do. Like that stopped so much from happening.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. And if they all did it together, the protest would be over.
Yeah. We need to get those numbers up.
Yeah.
Crank those numbers up.
We were talking about this before too, is that how disappointing the pandemic was overall.
Yeah.
They fear mongered everybody, think everybody's gonna be dead, and not that many people died.
No.
Not any regular people anyways. Now afterwards, now people are dying from it more for vaccine injuries. I think you can talk about that on YouTube now without getting banned. But yeah, it's crazy. Crazy. And I could explain it to you, but I waste the time of the viewers. We got to get to business.
Business.
Business is our new sponsor for the week. I'll put it in the middle. I think this might be a Michigan cup, maybe not. Oh yeah, three-chord cask finished whiskey.
That's the ticket right there.
Yes, cask finish, and it's in batch number 1. This is the first batch. See it right there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, number 1. And it's 111.3 proof, which is 55.65% alcohol. Finished in honey and toasted barrels. Bourbon and corn whiskey.
That means there's corn in it.
Yes. Well, all whiskey is corn. Well, not right. Well, probably 99%. Some people make like weeded whiskey and stuff. Weeded whiskey is a cure sometimes. Sometimes it tastes like you're eating, licking a piece of wood. Depends on how they do it. Some of the it's not as difficult. I didn't see the tab for a while.
I got heartburn.
You got heartburn.
I'm getting old.
I know. There's like a week or something. I had like heartburn the whole week for no reason.
That government.
I don't know what it was.
Government's doing it.
Sucked. I never get heartburn.
It's because they're putting things in your cereal.
Yeah, but I don't eat shit.
The government told you.
And I'm off. I'm already losing weight again, and I'm off all the chemicals and all the bread. Bullshit. Off it for good. I don't think I can go back. I may never get my chance to try the fucking the fucking chicken Big Mac.
That's okay. Everything's
Actually,
just
I did try. I took a little bite. Tiffany got. Wasn't impressed. I was like, yeah, good. I'm not eating that.
pretty much.
All I tasted was like felt like just pure oil.
Yeah. Pretty much anything fast food now isn't even new. They just mix things around and mix match stuff. That's all they do.
Cheers.
What are the notes? What notes do you taste?
Well, you definitely get the sweet. You get taste. Obviously taste the corn. You can definitely taste the honey. I wouldn't say that it's maybe a back note to the throat of some vanilla. You definitely get the. You always get the oak in whiskey because it's charred at oak barrels. So taste the oak, but the oak isn't that strong in this. Let me get another. I gotta swish it around. Actually, oh yeah, I'm gonna get a little bit of a fruit. Can't decide what it is. Feels like a berry. Some kind of
Like an elderberry, perhaps?
yeah. It's nice. Let's see what they say on the back of it.
Do tell.
Doesn't say. Well, yeah. Maybe a little. I mean, definitely get that honey. It's like a coat your mouth. You want any?
I'll try a little sippage. Well, if it's a taste that
If it tastes that I need.
well, if it's a taste, then the taste I will have. Why don't you give me your own? Get your own. Yeah.
Smiles.
For those of you young people that are uncultured swine, we're referring to a movie called Almost Heroes with the late Matthew Perry and the late Chris Farley.
Yeah. Oh, the movie's dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was someone that died, Matthew Perry.
Yeah, and things keep. It's so funny how this is the funny thing to me is how like really important things like nobody really cares about, but then like I can't tell you how many times I go to the grocery store and there's a magazine right when you're in line that says something like nobody's giving up until they find out what really happened to Matthew Perry. New stories surface about the real reason that Matthew Perry died. Matthew could have been saved. And all this stuff, and I'm like, yeah, okay, this all could be true, but honestly, I really don't care. And it's depressing that any magazine you see or news thing you're in line at a store or anywhere like that, it's always about celebrities. I don't really care. Like it's funny to me.
And when they all die, it's always the same story, anyways. The real story is, from what I've heard, in the underground, is that he was doing tons of ketamine, and he was going through lots of that. And usually the story is that they can't get the ketamine, so they go find somebody that can get it, and then the person that gets it gets one that's laced with something else. That's how they die. So it happened, basically to. Well, Michael Jackson didn't die that way, but Prince, what's his name, the singer, the other singer with the teeth,
George Michaels
George Michaels,
with the teeth.
Dang it. I haven't had enough whiskey to blame it on the whiskey.
Whiskey.
I was just listening.
David Bowie?
With Maggie J.
Oh, Tyler Perry.
Tom Petty.
Tom
Petty.
Tom Petty. Tom Petty.
Took us a few little leaps there.
Yeah.
Tom Petty, the same thing. That's usually what happens. Just, they gotta have. Matthew Perry was a bad drug addict. Trying to kick it, but he was just doing the ketamine.
What if like there's a secret organization like when you're young and they like recruit you and they're like, we'll give you fame and fortune and everything that comes with it, but you must sign this. At this age, you will breathe your last breath, and we will profit from it. And they're like, yeah, okay, man, whatever. And they do it, and then they're like, they're just minding their business. They completely forget about it, or they don't believe it's really going to happen to them, or whatever. They're sitting there talking, and all some of these people in black robes come there, like, you have met your last day on this earth. We've come to retrieve what is ours, your life. And then they hold you down, and then they force you to take drugs and force alcohol on you. It's like that. And then they'll do a ritual, and they go like this, breathe in your last breath. Yeah. Some kind of weird cult.
I mean, everything seems to be a cult with all these sex pedophile shit.
Mm-hmm. I don't understand it. I really I mean, I get to a point. The only thing I can think of is that it's because they are able to obtain everything else, and they just know that that's like the tabooest thing, and they feel compelled to do it because they can't get it or whatever. But to me, honestly, oh, hello everybody.
Hello.
To me, it's like if I was rich and famous and stuff like that, like I'd be too busy doing all kinds of other shit. I wouldn't even care about that.
Yeah.
like,
so much stuff you can do. They would just, they'd just be best. But anyways, funny thing you can do is, just have fun with your life. There was I was just watching a show and they were laughing about people posting a video and they had this big electronic billboard, I think in New York or something, and they posted Mr. Beast on there and it said like "fuck Israel" or something. Mm-hmm. Mr. Beast's face, and this is something about Mr. Beast, that kind of.
Yeah, I'd be messing with people. If I was rich, I'd be messing with people, going on adventures.
Yeah.
I'd be constantly busy all the time. Like there'd be so many other things I'd be wanting to do. Like I don't know. Like one idea I thought would be funny is like figure out somehow to get like even if it was expensive, if I was real rich, it would still be funny. So it would be I would end up losing it and stuff. But I'd get like a really good drone like that I could control from home and stuff like that, and like get it as close to the border of some other enemy area, and then have it deployed, and then control the drone and just mess with people as much as I can with the drone.
They do that. You ever watch see on could be I think it was on TikTok. The bum drones, and they just go and fly.
Yeah. They're throwing bottles at them and stuff. Yeah, but I'd be doing that to terrorists and all that stuff. And maybe I would clip because I probably wouldn't be able to get a hold of real bombs or anything, but clip like dummy bombs to it. Just go around and then zzz, drop it and watch them run away.
Hey, we got someone again.
People just keep on. Okay, I'm good right now. People keep on peeking at us. Yeah, come on, peeking at us. Come and peek at us. Come on, peek.
Take a
little peeky peek.
Weird stuff.
Don't mind if I do. Yeah, I do.
Oh, and if you're watching us live and you message, actually, I probably should have done that. Let me do this real quick.
Don't, man. We'll lose them.
I just want to put it. It's supposed to be on. Whatever. I don't think anybody's messaging me. But go ahead and message me, and I'll send you a link, and you can actually come live with us.
Yeah.
On here, on video.
Come live with us.
Yeah, come, because we're going to
come live.
We've been coming live daily.
Mm-hmm. That's okay though.
Yeah.
It's natural.
It's okay that we only have one viewer. I've said this a million times. We're about 26, 27 videos in. It's probably going to take 200 before we even start getting people.
We got to get into a group of like what we do, like the regular things we do, and when we do them. Like we have to have like a structure.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But we need to also know what people like that we do on the show and what they don't like.
Yeah,
what we do
which
on the
means that
show.
you got to go back to all our old videos and then watch all of them and then tell us.
Yeah, like, do you like it when we bite holes in the tortilla
Yeah.
and make a
Tortilla
mask with it?
face.
Do you like that?
Yeah.
Do you like it if I make a circle with my hand like this and then have hobos pee through it and hope that they don't touch the sides
Yeah.
and then give them $1 if they don't?
Mm. And do you like when guests show up? Just random guests like Chin Chin.
Shinji from
Shinji.
Chinatown. Yeah,
Shinji.
I just saw
Shinji.
Shinji the other day.
Yeah.
He's doing all right.
That's good. Shinji. We're still waiting. We got John Stamos is coming on the show.
We will have John Stamos.
That we'll have guaranteed. And it turned out to be a messed up episode because everything you do on a computer these days is retarded. And, we had the great Joe Manji.
Joe Manji.
Hello, second viewer. I'll go through it again just real quick.
We
if you know me and you want to be on the show, text me and I can send you a link.
We should try to get Joe back on the show.
Yeah.
Oh, we should have a Thanksgiving, the day before Thanksgiving, have a pre-Thanksgiving special and have Joe on the show because I'm pretty sure Joe's coming to here for Thanksgiving.
Then we can get Joe drunk, get him naked.
But we don't have a snapping turtle to bite
him Thanksgiving food until he dies.
We could do that, but we don't have any snapping turtles to bite his nipples anymore. I got this thing I can bite his nipples with. Look at this thing. It's a nipple biter. Come here, I'm gonna eat ya.
Little nippy. Oh, that was my charger.
Uh-oh.
That's all right.
Oh.
We lost our peepees.
It's time. I have to tell you something. I walked by you the other day, and I feel like a brush by it's down below, and I look at you, and you look really excited. So I was going to ask you, did you touch my peepees?
Did you? Did you touch his pee-pee?
Did you touch my peepees? My
Did you?
pipiano?
I don't know what that's to say.
See, he think touch my peepees.
It's not good.
I think he touched my peepees. It's now I got a gay. It's now I got the gay.
Stupid video I've seen so many times. They're like when getting hit by a chair turns you gay, and then shows somebody throw a chair, and the guy gets hit, and he's got some guy. And he's
Oh yeah, I see that.
But it's hilarious.
And the whole time though, I'm wondering like, why is that other guy wearing that shirt like that?
Yeah.
Like, who does that? Who just wears a shirt like that? It is really funny. Israeli funny.
Israeli.
Yeah.
Bringing it back.
Yeah, Israeli funny. Yeah.
Yeah.
I still don't like. Okay, I'm not very. Things just don't make sense to me a lot of times, especially because I'm not as informed as the average person. Because I just don't think it. I don't know what to believe, so it's hard for me to focus on things because I don't know. And right now, I keep mixing up who's supposed to be the bad guy, if it's Palestine or if it's Israel. I keep trying to figure. I keep forgetting whose side I'm supposed to take. Like I don't remember who it was that I was supposed to want to be free and who not to. And like who's the bad guys again? I can't remember. And same with Russia and Ukraine. Like, are we supposed to not like Russia right now?
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
And then you get the whole thing is you're paying to defend Russia, and then Ukraine starts invading Russia.
Yeah, I
What
don't
sense does
remember.
that fucking
Yeah, it's weird and like.
They're taking over time.
Just let them do it. Just let them all do
Yeah.
what they want to do.
Get their business
I don't even
done.
care, honestly. Like I don't. Like who am I supposed to care about on there? I don't remember, but it's like, what? Like, how is it any different than the stuff we've done to other people? Like we've done bad things to
We
people.
still do.
Yeah. So like, why are they allowed? Those people are. We got to interfere with that stuff, but we're allowed to do
These stupid
that
shit like
things.
designed the stupid bridge that's supposed to send aid to the Gaza Strip that we built in the sea. It was some stupid piece by piece boat that, of course, didn't work. It was spent tens of millions of dollars to build this thing, and right away they get like a wave and it breaks the whole fucking thing apart. Shit. And people get shot at from the Gazans. I mean, I always go back to what uh, my friend Adam Carolla. He says you can't resolve an issue with people that want you dead. The Gazans say death to the Jews, and that's what they want. They don't care about anything else. That's their job. They're gonna kill. They're gonna kill the Jews. That's what they've always wanted to do. That's what they're gonna keep trying to do forever. So it doesn't change anything to do anything. You can either kill them or they just keep fighting.
We should instead all do, everybody on the earth, we should all join together and use our technologies to prove that there is no God.
Yeah.
So then that would bring world peace.
Or we could get together with some actors, actresses like Gal Gadot, sing Imagine.
Yeah. I like the first one better though. Like where we just prove there's no God. Wouldn't that make things so much easier? Everybody would be just so okay.
Imagine there's no heaven.
Yeah, we can incorporate them both together, like because we would be imagining there's no heaven. Because realistically, there probably most likely is no heaven or any God or anything like that. There's a good chance that we're probably some kind of weird simulation or something.
Reason why America really wants to help Israel anyways is a religious reason, because they live in the holy ground, and in order to bring back Jesus, they've got to find the caliphate, which is a red cow, a red heifer that's perfect. And then once they pass it through once it's born and a certain time, I don't know the complete details of it, once they pass it through fucking the doorways of the fucking
the McDonald's.
Yeah, the McDonald's.
What if we found the red cow and we're like, we found it, guys! We found the cow! And they're like, oh yes, please bring it here. We're like, this
is gonna be good fucking burger.
This is gonna be the best burger I've ever tasted. What would they do?
I was like, have a bunch of Jews that get around, scientist Jews, inspecting the cow. This cow, great, we got it.
Oh, this is the best New York strip I've ever had. This is the best New York strip I've ever had. We could bring peace to the world.
How much money I can get for a red heifer fucking T-bone?
You know what I never understood is like, people pray the same, like, so everybody, all religious people, they pray anywhere. They pray whenever they're scared or they want something to happen or whatever. They pray in wherever they're at. So why do they got to go to church to pray when they can pray anywhere? God can hear you anywhere, supposedly. And okay, so that part of earth that Israel's at or whatever is supposed to be holy land or whatever. Like what makes that any different than any other part of the earth? Like, didn't God make the earth? Yeah. Like, why is that spot more special? And why do you need that spot if God's everywhere and He's in us and we're part of God and He knows why? That doesn't make any sense. What if we moved to like Mars or whatever? Like, and
we've got a Mars. God made Mars.
Yeah, eventually Earth.
That's not in the Bible.
Eventually, Earth is going to be
technically created the universe.
Eventually, Earth is going to be gone. Whatever we do, it's going to be gone. Like, what are they going to do then? Like, Israel is going to be gone one day. Nothing we can do will stop it from happening. What are they going to do? Are they going to take it apart like piece by piece and put it in ships and fly it to wherever else we go?
What is the longest? What even is the longest reign of like an actual territory in the history of the world? 2,000 years or something at the most.
I don't know. I don't really care, honestly. Like,
I'm just saying that all of them are going to fall. The Roman Empire took over 2/3 of Europe.
Yeah, I don't understand why people get so possessive over anything when it's never really yours. Maybe for a brief moment of time, but
Europe and parts of Africa.
What's that?
Said Europe and many parts of Africa.
Yeah, like
And I understand some things like the Russia-Ukraine thing. I get it's all over land because they need the sea, fucking Donbass region for trading, and they've worked that out because it's in Ukraine, but the Russians want that, and then the same thing with Mediterranean Sea and all this and Bering Strait, whatever, all these waterways that help enrich. Like if you lose your access to water and being able to trade with people, you kind of fuck up. You're kind of done.
Yeah.
So that makes sense in an economic point, but not religious.
Yeah, I'm mostly just talking about the religious sense stuff right now.
Yeah.
It's kind of counterproductive. Like it kind of is going against its own beliefs. And there's a lot of stuff like that. Like if you believe in heaven and or any religion that provides a kind of special place when you die, why are you afraid to die? Why do you pray when something bad's gonna happen? Like, oh no, please God, don't let me die. I'm not ready to go.
Don't let my child die.
Why?
He's gonna go to heaven.
Heaven's supposed to be the greatest place ever. Why?
Yeah.
Why do you care? Why are you so afraid?
Many times. My mom was just talking to me not too long ago about how great heaven would be. It'd be great.
There'd be too many people there if it's real. Like
too many people, and just that thought of I've been thinking about that a lot because I don't know if many people know that about me. I'm a purveyor of license plates, probably since the last time I was on here. The license plates, I saw one and it said "Joy, Joy." I was like, "Oh, Ren and Stimpy. It must be Joy, Joy." But then I looked up, and on the back of the car, in the window, it had Ren and Stimpy, and it said "Happy, Happy" up there. And it's like Ren when he's got the happy helmet on. He's like, "I'm so happy."
Yeah, that would suck if you never had to worry about anything or compare the good to the bad, or yeah, like if you're just guaranteed that like there was nothing interesting going to happen in your day, like what's the point of waking up? Like it doesn't sound like a realistic thing. It doesn't sound I don't know. Yeah, I don't think.
What do you strive for the time of your existence?
Yeah, what's your goal? What are you doing now that you're up there? Like, I don't like for instance, I was really sick a couple weeks ago, and I was bedridden, and I could have done anything. Like, I mean, I was sick, so I couldn't do anything, but I felt like I had no purpose because like I couldn't go to work, I couldn't do anything. All I could do was watch like the things you wish you could do when you're working, like watch TV, play video games, all that stuff. But like after a while, that gets old. You want to have a purpose. You want to have like some kind of goal to reach. And when your only goal is to just sit there, play video games, and watch TV, it gets old fast. And I feel like that's what would it be like to go to heaven if it was real. Is like I'd be evil. Like I wouldn't be able to be in heaven because I'd be causing mischief.
It has to be just anything to do. I can't. I don't know. I mean, I guess it comes from someone who's, I don't know, joyous feelings are very wavering. Like I like things that are funny. Funny makes me happy, but it's a fleeting thing. When I'm not happy, it's like I always think about someone says something stupid to me when I'm at work or something, and they're like, "Ooh," and I'm trying to make a joke that's not funny at all, and I'm like, and then as soon as I pass, I'm like, like I don't know, I don't even get it. I don't get. We've talked about this before. Why people even talk to each other like randomly, like
like small talk.
Yeah, if your goal is to go like find a friend, I get it. You're going to a bar or you're going to a park or something, or you want to find a chick, something that makes sense to like socialize because you have a purpose for it. But just seeing somebody and saying something because you think it's quirky or relevant to your mood at the time actually does the opposite for my mood, and I don't like it. Should be there's certain things that should be legal. If someone says something stupid to you, should just be able to slap them real hard
grab their face and squeeze it.
Shut the fuck. Shut the fuck up. When people drive like retards on the road, should be able to follow them home, pull them out of their car,
beat the shit out of
piss all over them.
yeah,
piss all over them. Be like, take that, you fucking idiot.
I have a lot of bad driving stories to tell, but I'm not gonna do it.
Yeah,
but I've got so many bad ones lately. People are getting so fucking dumb. But yeah. So I really like. I don't think I'm really a sociopath, but like, there's a lot of things that sometimes make me feel like I'm a sociopath. One of the things about me is that I just don't understand a lot of the small shit that people do, like asking how you're doing when you go up to somebody, or acknowledging what the weather's like at that moment, or anything like that. Any kind of small talk. It literally,
like this. It's a nice day out. You just go,
yeah. Oh, it's cold outside or whatever.
Oh.
It invokes. It literally, for me, it invokes violence from the deepest core of my body, and all day, every day when I'm dealing with it, it like builds up till I get home, and I literally have to sit in my room and like expunge it from my brain, because it literally, it rots from the inside. Like, I don't do it very often, but sometimes I get so fed up with it that sometimes when people ask me how I'm doing, I just make up how terrible, even if I'm not having a bad day, I just say terrible things to kind of make them regret asking me, because I want people to stop fucking doing it. Like, how are you? Well, how am I, if you really want to know? My wife left me. Then I found out that she had AIDS when had gotten AIDS from some hooker that she had been sleeping with, some male hooker, because he was sharing needles with his gay lover, and so now I have AIDS, and well, it's gone pretty far right now.
Does this store look correct?
Yeah, and I don't know what it is, if it's related to the AIDS or not, but my ass has been bleeding really bad, and I can't look back there myself. I don't have anybody, because my wife left to look, and I was wondering if maybe you'd look at my ass to see why it's bleeding.
There would be at least one person every once in a while would be like, you know what, I would do that. And then what do you go to the bathroom? So grass.
Yeah. Oh. You know what? Honestly, part of me would probably do that, just to see where it goes. And but yeah, I hate where humans have gone. Like, nobody cares how each other are doing. Why do we keep asking that? Nobody cares. And stop fucking rounding up when you go pay for shit. That's because that's lowering their taxes. Any company you round out up to help charities, that's helping. They take that money and give it to charities so they can write it off like they gave it to them. That's what it is. So next time you go buy something at McDonald's or this or that, they say, would you like to donate $1 or round up to help charity? Don't give it to them, because that's money they don't have to give to write. They can write off and say they gave it to them. They're not saying you gave it to them. They're giving it to them.
I've said this before, probably on the show, I don't know, but you can actually go look up the amount of the charities, especially the big charities like Miracle Network, Hope something, and fucking autism for cornholing your ass. Whatever those big corporations are, fucking a lot of even the veteran ones, like some of them only give 1% to charity of what they get.
Mm-hmm.
And all these people are just, oh, I'm so great because I give back to the community.
Well, a lot of people don't even. There's people that do that, but other people, they feel like they're on the spot, and the companies know this. They're like, oh, we're gonna make them feel guilty if they don't. So they're gonna do it because they don't. You don't care about any of that stuff. You just don't want to look bad. That's all it is. I don't even care anymore.
Hey, we got our first. It's from Tosh.
Hello,
Natasha. Oh, that was that Tosh. Oh,
I love you.
Thank you.
Having a very good day at work.
Good.
Very nice.
Very nice.
I like you. I like you.
I like the sex.
Yeah, it's nice.
It's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, just shut up.
Just stop.
Just go on with your own business. People get along. Like I've mentioned that probably before too. Like, that's what kind of why I, you know, anything with like politic sides or whatever, take Republican, Libertarian, whatever. It's all got its flaws. So none of it's good. None of it's right. And then you got like anarchy. What anarchy means is no authority. And that's how life is when you're walking around shopping or whatever. There's not cops walking around to make sure you're doing something. That's what anarchy is. It's just people living.
Yeah.
Have a problem in your small communities that you're a part of, then you get together and you solve problems.
Yeah, you make a mob and you go out and you find the person that's pissing you off and you knock
kill
on their door and you drag them out and you burn them alive or do whatever. That's the way you take care of things. That's the way to do it.
Yeah. We need some more followers. Everybody follow the followers and then follow the following followers.
Yeah.
But come back, refollow, and subscribe.
Yeah.
Subscribe to our YouTube. Whoever's on there, listen to this later.
The 100th subscriber will get a used pair of my undies. Huh? How's that sound?
And the 101st subscriber, I'll go out and wash them for you. Yeah.
What if they don't want them washed?
I guess I didn't make sense.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe not wear a bra next time.
No, I'll bring my dirty underwear and wash it at your house. How about that?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. My underwear stays pretty clean, so you're good. Yeah. I've been a clean butthole person most of my life.
Oh. Good to know. Good to know. Is it just to prepare yourself if you go to jail, so when they have to look to make sure you don't have a little 8-ball or something shoved up in there, it's nice and presentable?
Perfect.
It's nice and presentable so they don't judge you?
I wish that was it. It's a mental thing. I hate buttholes.
I also
So
hate buttholes.
I don't want to smell a butthole. I don't want to smell my own. I don't want to feel dirty in my butthole. So I just try to keep it as clean as possible. The old, like you said, the old James Silent Bob, little stink nugget.
Yeah. Yep.
You gotta protect yourself. Shit's not for everyone.
Hmm.
The people that do like the shit.
That reminds me, if we do have Joe Monger on the show, he has a very good story about poo-poos and a woman involved with the poo-poos. And it changed his ways. I'll just tell you that. It changed his his culinary taste in the bedroom. Yeah.
That doesn't sound good.
No. But I'll leave it at that. That's for another episode. Next month, hopefully.
Which was, that reminds me of a funny story. I haven't watched it yet, but they got the documentary about Vince McMahon. I think it's on Netflix. But I did hear the funny story. I don't know if it's true, obviously, because I'm not Vince McMahon. That they had some girl they paid to have sex. Him and I don't remember who was with. Someone was with them. Could have been a wrestler. I don't know. But anyways, but the girl got, or no, he had the girl go down and then he shit on her or whatever. And then he went and took a shower, came back, and did other stuff with her after that or something. I don't know.
I believe it. People are gross, man. People are messed up.
Poo-poo, not good. Yeah, someone that would kind of, someone just like, oh yeah, I'll see what freaking Nanner are up to today. And then I'm like, oh, and then he shit on her. That's the only thing they see. They're like, get me out of here.
We should just do an episode. We should just do an episode like where like if anybody watched it without watching our other episodes, they would think that like we made it big, and we're way different acting and looking and stuff like that. And I'd be like, yeah, man, we saw this one chick, and we we made her let us pee on her in the bathtub, and then we kicked her out for being so gross for letting us pee on her. Yeah, we have to do stuff like that because we're famous now. When you're famous, you can't help it. You have to do it.
I get my. I do all the bidding for John Stamos, so he doesn't have to.
Yeah.
Yes.
I can't remember all the things I wanted to talk about.
Yeah, it's hard to remember. We both worked. We're tired. I had to pick up the child and drive. And I had to research this so I could get us on a good system. I think it's working good. I see we got comments. Well, you can't see this. And but we got comments. We can see the live YouTube viewers, and we can see the live likes that we get from Facebook. Wow.
Yeah. Plus, my brain's all cloudy from all the things they put in my food.
Yeah.
The government's trying to stop me from thinking good.
Yep.
Now I can't think good about important things.
You mentioned clean right now.
I got to get on the clean too with my Nanner. That government trying to stop me.
It's terrible. You can almost not even go fully clean because everything is bad. Like you can't even eat a salad because all the dressings have some kind of seed oil in them. Even the ones that say like avocado oil dressing, Newman's Own. You turn it around, it's like some avocado oil, but then there's like fucking what's that stupid?
Hydrogenated oil?
No,
canola oil? Palm oil?
Could be canola oil or palm oil, but something like that. There's one specific that I was trying to think. Oh, safflower oil. Safflower. I don't know what the fuck that is, but that could be in your food. All that comes from oil companies.
Business.
Big business.
They just like that business.
It's just cheap. They take all the stuff and it makes things weigh a little more, so they can give you less of the actual stuff. It takes away the flavor too. If you just do the simple flavors on things, salt, pepper, garlic, some lemon, shit like that. Shit tastes great. You don't need anything.
Just a little bit of oil and
Vinegar.
Yeah. See, we both shisha hill.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's flaxseed oil. If you get cold compressed flaxseed oil, that's good for you. Get a bottle of it from pretty much any store now. It's $10, and that sounds like a lot of money, but if you put like 2 tablespoons in your salad or whatever, it gets wet enough with that vinegar. You mix it with vinegar, some seasonings. That's pretty good.
You can get it. People buy the balsamic vinegar flavor. And it's funny because you eat here, and I hear all the stories of people that go to like Europe and shit, and they eat whatever they want: pasta, pizza, breads, all that. And because they don't have all the chemicals in it, they feel good and they lose weight while they're there, even though they're eating good. I mean, eating like a fat man. And you can just go to Mexico and eat, and they don't have all that shit either, and you feel good and eat delicious Mexican food.
We're the only country that poisons ourselves. Yeah. No other country does that.
Poison the shit, unless you're going to China and getting that oil from the fucking toilets.
Yeah.
That's probably not great.
Let me sing you guys a song. When you're sad and feeling blue, I have just the thing for you. Poop your pants on purpose. Poop your pants on purpose. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it would be. It would be funny to do that. Just someone's doing like terrible small talk and they won't shut up.
He's like,
I'm so sorry about that. But I had to do it.
I was singing a song earlier today.
I got something. It's called Incontinence.
Yeah, Incontinence. What was it? I was singing a song earlier. I don't even know where I thought of it or whatever. It was like, I'm just a bunny, so don't you worry, honey. Just let those boobies out. I just hopped on by to say hi, but I see you got some big old boobs, and I want to see them jiggle. Just give them a wiggle. I'm just a bunny, baby. I'm not some man. So come on over here. Pop those big old boobies in my face. And I was like driving and singing the song to myself. I'm like, where is this coming from? And I just imagined that I was like a rabbit and like I was hopping down by someone's house, and I just happened to see in the window and some chick was changing, and she seen me, and I was just a bunny, and she's like, oh, like a little scared at first, but like you gotta realize though, like a lot of people they'll change in front of their cats, dogs, and whatever. So like I was just like, I'm just a bunny, baby.
Just a little bunny.
So why don't you come over here, honey? Let the big old boobies out.
That would be funny. If there's a way you could transfer your consciousness into animals, and then just the squirrel comes up, it's all happy. It's like, oh, look at that squirrel. And the squirrel keeps coming for a few days. And finally, it gets into the bathroom when she's changing all the time. It's just you going, yeah.
She's like, oh, that's so cute.
So
I just need a little skin on skin. Come on over here. I just need a little skin on skin, baby.
That just also reminds me of like just in the last probably 6 to 8 months. Like remember when TikTok was first getting real big and it was all just stupid chicks dancing,
Yeah.
retarded shit, and then but if you got to the dark web, you get all the retards that'd be screaming, stupid stuff, getting mad at people and stuff, and that all disappeared all of a sudden from TikTok. And now on TikTok, all I get is like science shit, like not regular science, like flat earthers,
Yeah.
fucking the Anunnaki and weird.
See, I don't have TikTok, but I got Instagram, and it all has algorithms and stuff, and I hate it because I don't even know how it started. Like on my For You page or whatever, with all the things it thinks I like to see. There's typical stuff. There's art. There's tattoos. There's sculpting. There's horror stuff. There's a lot of boobs on there. A lot of women boobs and stuff. But now, and I've been trying so hard to get rid of it. There's women breastfeeding.
Yeah.
And
that's what I was going to get into.
I cannot get it to stop. I won't even freeze on it. As soon as I see it, I go, oh, I'm going to get away from it because I don't want people to be like.
But it's not even women breastfeeding. It's got a fake baby and it's just a chick with big tits.
No, I've seen those.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
but I've seen ones, and then the women that that they're taking advantage of it because the whole time they're breastfeeding, they're like rubbing their boob and doing this and stuff, and I'm like, what the hell's wrong with you? Why does anybody want to see this? I don't want to see this.
Yeah, there's lots of that. Like when I go through, most of my videos are like motorcycle crashes, fucking shit, and then just nonstop. Like now, women figure out ways to get away with all nudity, and it's just for one, it'd be like completely see-through thing. The chicks get tits in it like this.
Yeah.
You're like, what the hell? And then it'll be the ones where they pretend to drop their phone. They show you their pussy fucking video, and then they got what's the other one? God dang it! Then they got the stupid videos, and it looks like a regular video, but either opaque in the background or in a little tiny box on it, it'll be people fucking.
Yeah.
And you're like, what the hell? Like it's
stupid.
What
because
I was trying to say is TikTok was all the dancing and
yeah.
jiggly boobs and all that. Now it's not that.
Yeah.
But you go to Instagram, which used to be when it first started the reels.
Yeah.
It was fairly normal, but it had a lot of like accidents and stuff.
Yeah.
Fails and all that stuff. And now it's almost all titties. And you can't even like watch normal videos. Just go through it. It's 75% fucking chicks.
It's stupid because who are they marketing this to? It must be young people, because, and even then it don't make much sense because like anybody can go on their phone and go on Google and find actual porn.
Yeah.
Like who's like, oh, I gotta go to Instagram.
I got 1 second. Oh,
like who's doing that? Like anybody, and all kids know it. Like everybody knows. You just go on Google and search the stuff. Like, and I know that there's like parental controls and all that stuff, and maybe that's why they're putting it on Instagram and stuff to kind of get by on that. But still, like, I feel like most kids know ways around all that stuff to this point. And you got so many devices now. Like you might put parental block on a couple of those devices, but you're going to have one or two they're going to slip up on, you're not gonna think of. You can even watch porn on your Switch now, and it's like, why are you trying to squeeze the stuff into Instagram and TikTok? Like literally, like there's an abundance, an overly
I know what
large abundance of this stuff.
I know what it all is.
What is it? Tell me.
It's well, OnlyFans.
Oh, it's to promote OnlyFans.
That's what it is.
That is what it is. You're a genius, Nanner. It's to promote OnlyFans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everywhere I even get them, I don't even go on Reels. I'm just scrolling through my regular feed.
Yeah. I don't get it though because I'm an OnlyFans man. I have an OnlyFans, but nobody's even. I got an Instagram, but nobody's ever gone to my Instagram feed and gone to my OnlyFans.
I got OnlyFans, but it's extreme close-ups of peanut butter on my balls. Can't even tell it's my balls. Just see my balls covered in peanut butter.
Yeah.
I make good money.
Really?
Yeah.
Nobody wants to see me on OnlyFans.
Well, you got to make it. Enjoy it.
Yeah, all I do. I'm kind of embarrassed. Maybe it's because I'm copying, but I, the jar video, glass jar video, the man in the jar. I do that, but with baby food jars because I'm not as loose.
Oh yeah.
Baby, so I gotta use baby food jars.
Yeah. You can get good. You got a real good camera. You can get good under that. What's under the hood there?
What if I put a camera in the jar upside down so it's protected by the jar like a dome, and then I sit on the jar with the camera in the jar?
Yeah.
It's kind of like a colostomy or a colonoscopy thing or whatever.
I just seen a video today. I don't know what it was on, but it was like looked like an ad. It was for like you get one of those like chair cushions that you put over like a office chair or a wooden chair to make it more cushiony. It's kind of one of those, but in the middle of it had like a butt plug massage. So you can just sit on a chair and
Gross.
I know, it's crazy.
People have been buying like women, like silicone women now, like those life-size silicone women. People have been buying them up like crazy these days.
Yeah, I don't know.
When I get old, they're gonna be walking and talking and stuff, and I'm gonna be like, it's gonna be like, how like our parents or whoever, they didn't understand that there's like bots on chat rooms, and they would talk to bots and stuff, and like we know they're not real. When we get old, we're gonna be getting flirted with like some chick, and she'll be AI, and she'll be like, "Hi, I'm really poor. Will you come help me? Take care of me." And I'm like, where do you need help? And they're like, "I just need a few dollars." And I'm like, "Well, show me what you need help with, and I'll help you." And then my grandkids will be like, "Grandpa, that's a bot." And I'll be like, "What?" They're like, "That's just a bot." And I'm like, "That sweet lady over there with the big melons?" They're like, "Yeah, she's not even real. They're trying to scam you for money." That's gonna be crazy. There's gonna have all kinds of AI bots out there that are walking around. They're gonna have trying to trick you into giving them money and stuff. It's gonna be crazy. Like you already you get phone calls right now, and you think they're real, and they're not even real people trying to get you to give them money and stuff. And yeah, when we're like old, when me and him are old, they're gonna be walking around all silicone and real feeling. They might not even be silicone anymore by then. It might be the bio skin, just like the Terminator. And they're already in the process of growing it right now. And what's crazy is they made a mold skin. Like it's a skin that goes over a robot, but it's made of mold instead of real skin. But it reacts. It's the same as skin would. It feels and it reacts just like how skin would, but it's just a mold over the robot. And that's what they have right now.
I've seen something. I can't remember what it was, but it was they made a skin out of it might have been it's not spiders, but it's silkworm silk. They made it's basically what they want to do is like replace people's skin with that, so that you're basically bulletproof.
Yeah, I've heard about that.
Yeah.
There's all kinds of crazy stuff, but they're doing a lot of stuff with mold right now because they're finding out mold's very intelligent.
No, mold. I just heard this today too. It's mold because it survives in space. It's like the outside of bugs, the chitin. They have chitin skin on the outside of the mold spores. The mold spores are basically like stronger than diamond. They're like the strongest substance on Earth is a mold spore. I don't know. They create like it's impossible to kill later, and that's why they survive in space and stuff. All kinds of crazy stuff.
Yeah, they're figuring out how to have mold be able to control things. Like they put mold in like this little robot and let it control the robot, and the mold was like making it move around and stuff. Oh, and they learned how to take individual brain cells and put the brain cells like from a person into AI programs and connect the AI programs to like robots and stuff, and essentially create life that way. Like these brain cells become self-aware, and they're real human brain cells, but it's just little bitty brain cells, and they become self-aware and operate these machines with the AI's help. It's really complicated.
Have to be human brains.
Oh yeah, it doesn't have to be, but they use the human brain cells. But it's really interesting. It's gonna be crazy within the next 10 years. We're gonna have some crazy stuff happen.
Guy that supposedly took DNA and he was able to take something he wrote electronically, print it on DNA, and then extract it from the DNA and recreate it on the computer. So he was able to basically store something remove it from the DNA onto a computer. Yeah, they're getting really close with all this stuff to finding out.
You know what's crazy though is I always think like even though we're so advanced, we're still animals, and animals do everything for the most primitive reasons. And so if you really think about like all these advancements, it's for the most primitive reasons. And I guarantee you at least a few of these nerds making all the shits so they can make themselves like a sex slave. Right? Like I'm never gonna get myself the ideal woman until I make an AI girlfriend with biological body. And it's just funny like what drives these people to do these things. Like so many of them, like some of them, I mean, and that's another, I guess, primitive instinct is not to die, not to want to die. So I mean, I guess that's probably one too.
Way to live forever.
Yeah, but like it's so funny, like the basic things, like reasons when you break down why these advancements are being created, it's always for the same things: to just get a woman or live longer or some kind of simple pleasure.
Yeah.
And like if you can bypass those needs, like if you can somehow become self-sufficient of those needs, it's like none of that stuff becomes relevant anymore. Like none of it matters. I remember
what would happen is if you got rid of the selfish things in a person, all of a sudden technology would probably boom, and we'd be 1,000 years advanced, damn near instantaneous.
Oh yeah. I just I don't know, like for me, I remember when I was a kid, one of the when I first came aware that like someday I was gonna die, one of the first things I came up with was hopefully when I get older we'll have robot bodies and we'll have robot brains, and we'll live forever that way and stuff like that. And but now as I'm older, it's like for me, and that's weird that a lot of people don't think this way, but it's like there's experiences that you would not have if you knew that you were immortal, like without knowing that you had
unlimited time to
there's things wouldn't taste as good, things wouldn't things wouldn't be as enjoyable if you knew that it was infinite. Like the fact that it's finite is what makes it so wonderful.
That's what it is. Like I think that happens with a lot of like things people really like bands or something. You know, like biggest right now, you'd say like Taylor Swift. But
Mhm.
once Taylor Swift's around for 20 years, and she's not going to be worth anything. You know?
Yeah,
People aren't going to go see her. But you know, say she dies off for 15 years, then she comes back. She's like 60 years old, and people are like, "Oh my God, I haven't seen Taylor Swift in 20 years." Like, then it brings back that this could be the last time I ever get to
yeah.
see this.
But it's funny that you mentioned that too, because like with a lot of things that we're learning now, they didn't never do this stuff hardly like 50 years ago, where like they brought back things or like
Yeah,
sequels and stuff like that. But
nostalgia.
we're starting to learn, most people anyway, especially our generation of people, that like it's never the same. Like
No,
recreating those things that you loved so much from before, it's never the same. It's because it was a perfect from what those people were going through and the
yeah,
writers were going through and that time
yeah.
period and everything.
It all works together
Yeah,
because they had a vision and they
yeah.
had to get it done. But the second time, there's no vision there. It's just a recap of what they already did. They're trying to like
There's nothing new. Like
flow. There's
there
no
are
flow.
there is success with some of those, but the ones that I feel like are most successful are the ones where they keep it relative to the first one, but they go a different
Yeah,
direction. Like they start a new story and they have like similar aspects to it, but it's a whole other new thing. They don't try to redo the things people liked from the first one. Like, oh, they really liked when this happened in this movie. Let's redo that
yeah.
part. Like it's never the same. And
Or when they try to go back before, like especially with movies, like if you do a prequel, prequels are almost never good.
no,
Very rarely, but it's because it's it's almost got nothing to do with the original story
yeah.
because it's something different because you're building up to that. So you have to think of it as something different
For me,
in order to even write it that way. And then when they do the sequels of something, then uh, I mean you've already seen basically the point of the story,
yeah.
what you liked. So what you have to add something in there that has nothing to do with the first story in order to make it different.
Well, for me, a lot of times too with prequels is I like not having all the answers to the story. I
Yeah,
like your imagination is the best part of any kind of entertainment. Like to be able to fill in the gaps yourself to like add to the story makes it so much better than if like all the things you were kind of wondering about, like yeah, it's nice to like wonder about like what the answers to those things are, but like to actually get the actual answer, maybe it's not the one you really wanted. Maybe it was better when you could guess what you thought it meant,
yeah,
and to fill every single hole to me is like it just kind of ruins it. Like I like my favorite kind of scary movies are the scary movies where you don't completely get to see the monster and you kind of a little bit of mysteries left behind it,
sometimes.
well, for me personally, I like mystery. I like when there's not a full complete answer to where something came from or why it's there and what it completely is, because you can use your imagination and be like and fill in the gaps yourself, and you scare yourself more than the actual movie will, you
Yeah.
know.
And my issue with the horror movie stuff these days is that horror movies, their goal nowadays for any horror movie is to try to scare you. When before, it was just the premise of the movie. It's a serial killer, he's hiding in the woods, or he's in your dreams, or it's a fucking some clown from outer space, something. Just the concepts for what the movie was. You have Hellraiser, a guy from another dimension in hell that comes out and fucking tries to fulfill your desires and
Mm,
turn you into some weird cultist. And just the ideas were there, and they weren't. The movie wasn't going for the scare. Like, you can't scare people by going for the scare. Like, I go back to like the Blair Witch Project, which wasn't a great movie at all, but they built it up before and made it seem like it was a real story. So everybody's talking about it. It's like, oh, this and that. The whole movie's nothing, basically.
Okay.
But at the very end, it actually turned out to be kind of creepy.
Yeah,
Because,
with the guy in the corner.
yeah, the guy in the corner and shit. And you never see anything weird.
Mm-hmm.
It's just the idea.
Yeah.
The idea is what scared you.
The
It's a
psychological.
build-up. You don't know what's going to happen.
I like the psychological stuff. That's scarier. The stuff you come up with your mind is the scariest stuff. Like looking at a window outside when it's dark out, and you can't, and you have all your lights on inside, so you can't see out the window, and you get close to the window, and you're like anticipating what you're going to see out there. Your brain just comes up with anything you could ever imagine. That's scarier to me than any movie.
Well, people get scared, or people who are scared, typically like in the dark, or they're fearful, or they're alone. When all your senses are away because you're not focusing on a sense. If you're not talking, so you already hear your ears, and you always get the in your ears, and so your ears are heightened, and then you hear sounds and things, and you start looking too hard at something. When you look too hard, you see things that you don't really see, and things like that. And that's what the scary movies were. I always go back. Remember that movie? I think it was The Haunting. And they go to the big mansion.
Yeah.
Like one of the first movies. They go to the big mansion, and all these scary things are supposed to happen, and all this. And it turned out to suck because the whole movie was just trying to get a jump scare out of you.
Yeah.
It had no real concept to the movie. There wasn't even anything like the house moved around.
Yeah.
And that was pretty much it. Like it didn't turn out to be scary. Like I was excited to see it. It looked so creepy. You were like, oh, you're gonna see all this crazy imagery and stuff, and it really didn't do anything. Yeah, no. Like the beginning, it started out kind of cool. The guys like messing with the piano, and the piano string comes up and cuts them.
Yeah.
Like if they did things like that, that wasn't like shock value, and it was just meant to scare you. Like if they would have came up with a concept just trying to scare you, or back in the day, like before all the zombie movies were out, the original Return of the Living Dead, that was scary because nobody had ever seen shit like that.
You know what movie was scary up until the very end? Was Mimic.
Oh, Mimic, yeah, Mimic
The whole
was cool.
Yeah, Mimic was really good, and I love Mimic. It's a good movie, but it's one of those movies where, like, for me anyway, because of the way they ended it, I could never be as scared of it after the first time I saw it, because at the end they actually
tell you what it was,
tell you what it is, and they show you exactly, like in detail, why it looked like that and how it looked like that, to us so scientifically, to the point where like you're like, oh, it's just an animal, and there's like no mystery behind it. And like throughout the whole movie, though, you only get to see like pieces of it, and you hear it, and it makes this weird noise, and you see like flashes of it and stuff, and it's creepy. It's really creepy, and like all the way to the end, and then like the last like 15 minutes of it, they actually show what they are, and they're just bugs that like evolved to look like people.
Roaches.
Yeah, they look like they have claws that go over their face that look like human faces when they put them together, and they stand up on their feet, so to kind of assimilate people, to lure people to them, and once you see that, like, it's cool. It's really cool. That's really a good idea. It's really neat. But because they explained it so much in detail, it like makes it seem so scientific, like a real animal, that it's not mysterious anymore. It's like nothing supernatural or like nothing. It just seems like an animal.
Like a few movies like that. Remember the original Species?
Yeah.
With Natasha Henstridge.
Natasha Henstridge.
She's super hot.
Yeah.
She's some fucking evil creature.
No.
And then once you get to Species 2 can't be any good.
No.
Because
everything's been explained in the first one. Yeah. They leave everything. They put everything out on the table in the first one. That's why, like in Jeepers Creepers, like the first Jeepers Creepers is really good, and then the second one, it's all right. But then they go way too in detail about the creature,
and why the creature has to do.
Yeah, and everything, and it's just like it takes away so much from it. And then like when they start to describe it that way, it kind of starts to not make sense certain things he did in the first one, like drove a car. And I'm like, at first I just thought like he was like some person that could like that was more intelligent than like I mean he was intelligent, but like more like a person, I guess, that could like blend in and like live a normal life, and people didn't know he was a creature, and like he drove that car and like he was able to assimilate with real people. But then in the second one, they're like, oh no, he can only come out every 23 years.
He's got to have ears this time.
And he's fish like he's not able to blend in with people.
Yeah.
They make and like
it's a totally different thing.
And it's like, okay, then how did he get that car? How did he get that personalized license plate?
He's got a house too.
Yeah, he's got that house with all the bodies all on the walls and stuff. And I'm like, how did he find the time to do that when he's only got so much time?
Yeah.
To do
why is the house
23
there?
hours?
What if one person came across the house?
Yeah.
Wow, he was gone for 27 years or whatever.
Yeah. He gets 23 hours for every 23 days or 23 years. Or does he get 23 days? 23 days, is it? Or 23 hours?
I think it's just 23 hours.
Something like that. But
The second one's when he does the bus, right?
Yeah, he gets 23 hours, I think it is. So or did I think that the first and the second one both coincide at the same time. Like they both happen in the same year. So I think it might be 23 days.
Yeah. Exactly.
But anyway, he doesn't have enough time to be sewing people together and decorating them up on the walls and stuff like that. Like, I don't know. Jeepers Creepers 1 was great. They should have just left it alone after that.
Oh yeah. Same one I think we've talked about that one before. The Collector.
Oh yeah.
You don't know who he is. You kind of get a slight story of him, but not anything for real.
Yeah.
And then he's got the mask, so you never see his face. And you don't know why he's doing this and why he's picking the people that he picks to do the things. And then they come out with the second one, and he's got this house, and he's got all kinds of weird shit all in the house.
Yeah, it don't make any sense.
Totally ruins the whole point of the story.
Yeah. Like why would he do the first one where he's going to other people's places to do it, and that's like his MO. Like he goes to one person's house, does all this shit, steals one person out of it, brings them to the next house, does all the shit, gets a new person, brings them to the next house. But then in the second one, he's got like his own lair now and like brings people there. And like, why did he stop doing it? Like, but it's clearly he's been doing it, the other thing, just as long because they both coincide together like back to back. Don't make any sense. But the first Collector is really good. Don't watch the second one. There's parts of it I like, but it's not scary at all. There's neat parts in it.
I like the part, the girl comes home and she wasn't supposed to be there. And then the guy, she's got the big boobs and he's messing with her and he's in the corner.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, Aunt Dar. I'm glad you agree.
Yeah.
Devil.
And then, and going to Alien, the first Alien.
Yeah.
Like, I love the Alien movies so far. I've liked all of them. So they're all good in their own rights in a different way. I just like the story and I like the creatures and I like that it's a science fiction thing and that it's hundreds of years later and it doesn't have to be one thing. And it's
it's a xenomorph.
Yeah. And, I've delved into the deeps. That's one of my things I get on TikTok is a lot of information about backstories of the Alien movies.
Yeah.
That actually makes it better when I hear like deep, detailed stuff about why this is that, why that is that. And but the first Alien movie, that's kind of the same concept. You don't know what it is. Nobody's got any guns to shoot it, and you're just trapped in this place. And you got to figure out how to kill this alien. Then you go to the second one, and then they bring in the Marines. The Marines got guns. And there's a bunch of them. And there's a queen and all this stuff. All of a sudden, it's a whole different story, which is, like I said, still good. I like them all, but just it's not the same kind of scary. Like the first one is supposed to be a scary movie. The second one, all of a sudden,
they're like an actiony sci-fi. Yeah.
Bill Paxton.
We
gotta get out of here, man.
Yeah. But yeah, the point of all this though is like the first movies of things are always good. The second sequels, doing prequels, doing reboots, doing all that stuff is not as effective. There are ones I do like, but most of the time they're not. One that really surprised me was Mad Max Fury Road, and some people won't agree with me, but I was not expecting that movie to be as good as it was. I really liked Fury Road.
I didn't mind it. I've seen it. I think I've seen it with old Steve.
Oh, Mad Max, that's you?
Yeah, it wasn't. I mean, it's fine. I like Tom Hardy. I like what's your name?
Yeah.
It was fine.
But yeah. So
I haven't seen the new one.
I haven't seen
people
it
have said
either.
it's really good.
Yeah, it's made by the same people, so I would imagine it'd be good. It's weird. I didn't like that. I mean, they had to do it, I guess, but I didn't like that they had somebody else play young Furiosa. Like, I would have just liked. I honestly, if they were gonna do another movie, I wish they would have just done all new characters and not tried to bring back anybody from the other one. Because now it's just gonna bother me. Even if it's good, it's gonna bother me that like this girl doesn't even look anything like Charlize Theron or anything, and that's just the way I am. So people might not be that way, but
Actually, looks a lot different than her because I enjoyed too.
her eyes are so far.
Particular look.
Yeah, I'm not saying she's ugly, but she's got really far apart
Mhm.
eyes. She's got a very interesting. I like her, like in the movie The Menu. I like her in that.
I didn't like the movie.
I just like her.
Yeah.
I like the way she acted.
A lot of people talk about how great that was. I was like, it's really boring.
It is boring, but I liked her acting in it.
The idea was okay, but they just went too weird with it at the end.
You know what movies
So
actually?
many things they could have done.
If I guess they're making a second one, which I don't know how they're going to, but the movie Ready or Not, with Mia Savari, or no, that's not what it is. She's Australian. She reminds me of man, she's in that movie The Babysitter, the horror movie The Babysitter. I don't know. Anyway, it's the premise. The movie is about this woman that's getting married to this rich family, and they have this ritual where they play a game.
Oh yeah,
and she has to hide, and if they find her, they kill her. And anyway, it's a really good movie. It's not like good, like you have to see it good, but it's entertaining.
Yeah.
It's very entertaining. It's worth watching one time. I wouldn't watch it again, but it's worth watching one time. And it's the ending's really funny. So
away from the horror, I did recently finally get to watch Clerks 3.
Oh, did you? Was it worth watching?
I mean, I liked it. I really liked it. It's all callback. Like the whole movie is just callback. It's got a lot of the old actors in it. They even try to like replicate people that were in the first movie, like the little kid with the cigarette, the milk lady, people like that. They got all kinds. They're not the exact same people.
It's just a nostalgia movie.
Yeah, it's a movie. Basically, the movie is the other main dude.
Dante?
No, not Dante. Randall. Randall has a heart attack.
Oh yeah.
Decides he's like, I gotta make a movie. That's what I should do because he hates his life, even though they got the store they wanted, Jane, Silent Bob.
Yeah.
Turn the video store into like a pot store. And then he has a heart attack, has this, and then they go through all this, and he's basically rewriting the first Clerks over again. And then there's elements like, I like when they do that kind of, don't want to pay an actress to be in the whole movie, so give her parts, so they kill off someone that was in the movie. And the Clerks 2, or what's her name? Black chick.
Yeah. Rosario
Dawson. She's in it, but she's like got small parts. So he's depressed because she's dead and all this stuff. So, it's like, I didn't like the Jay and Silent Bob one that they did recently.
Yeah, the reboot.
The reboot wasn't as good. This one I think was a lot better, more thoughtful, and just more nostalgic, and it made you think back to the original movie a lot more and have fun with it. And it was actually, partially sad. Like if you're into that movie and you've been watching it for 30 years, like I could see it being really sad for you.
Yeah.
Like that.
Is Snowball in it?
Yeah.
Oh
And
man.
they even brought back a guy that looked just like that guy to do that same exact scene.
Yeah.
It's hilarious. Yeah, it's got
Hey, you
good
get
things.
back here. So I'll watch it.
37.
I've just been afraid to watch it because I don't want to be disappointed.
Yeah, that's the same way. Well, I just couldn't find it for free, and then I finally it was like on Tubi or one of those things.
I'll watch it. But I'm not. I couldn't finish Reboot. I could not finish it.
Yeah,
I got like a half an hour into it, and I was like, ah.
it was fine. I thought it was fine. It just didn't have. It was basically like felt like it was like rushed through. Like they
Yeah.
didn't go back and have the thoughts. Like Randall, the guy that plays Randall,
Yeah.
he
Jeff.
didn't want Jeff Anderson. Yeah, he didn't even want to do that.
No, he didn't want to do the second one.
Yeah.
He doesn't like doing them.
So, it was hard for them to get him to do it. He did a good job. I would say that the guy who plays Dante, Brian
Hicks.
Well, Dante Hicks is his name.
Oh yeah.
Brian Howard.
Oh yeah.
I would say that his acting was less good than Randall.
Yeah. I feel like that's the case in all of them. Though. He's not as good of an actor.
He's got some like emotional scenes that are really bad.
Yeah.
But
it's alright. It sucks because like I know why Kevin Smith is not the same, but it just sucks that he's not the same. Like he doesn't have the same. He's just not the same anymore. He's not the same person anymore, and it sucks.
He's not in the struggle.
No.
He's not in the struggle the way Clerks, you can watch that as many times you want to, and it's just as funny. It's just as funny.
So good. There's literally the whole movie's quotes.
Yeah.
The whole movie is a quote. Like you could quote any part of the movie and it's a funny quote. Any part, like any part. You could.
You got no ice cubes? You mean I gotta drink this coffee hot?
Yeah.
And he's like, these people come in and they get the most what does he say? The most deranged movie title they could come up with. He's like, ooh, Navy SEALs.
Yeah. Is this movie any good? I don't know. What about this one? Yeah. You don't even look. What about this one? No, it's the same movie. I don't appreciate your ruse, man. My ruse? Yeah, your cunning
attempt to trick me.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not gonna run here anymore.
Good.
And I was like, you know what? You're not allowed to run here anymore.
Yeah, and he's like, yeah. The name's Wazowski, and I wanted to rent a movie tonight.
The name's Wazowski. The number's 712, and I wanted to rent a movie tonight.
Sorry to all you people that haven't seen Clerks.
Yeah. It's an amazing movie.
It is.
It's in black and white, but
it doesn't mess up. Yeah, it doesn't affect it at all. If anything, it makes it better.
And you can watch too. One of the things I was doing, because I didn't have to watch the whole. I mean, I've seen Clerks so many times. I'm watching for things, and then there are some things in it that still have the product name on it, but most of the things are changed, and you can look at the products and stuff. But they got callbacks to movies and all that, and products, all kinds of different things. There's a whole bunch of funny ones. And then, yeah, it's good. I liked it. I think Dave watched it. I don't know if Dave is watching this, but I liked it. I don't think he liked it.
That's what Dave does, though.
Yeah.
That's what Dave does. Nobody knows that but you.
The devil only likes the first of every movie.
That's what Dave does.
Yeah. I'm wondering if I could think of any cases where the second movie was, Friday the 13th. Second movie's way better than the first one.
Oh.
Even without Kevin.
There's definitely movies out there that the second one's better. Oh, Batman, The Dark Knight.
Yeah.
That one's better than the first one. Trying to think. I like Batman Returns better than the first Batman with Penguin and that one's better.
The first one is good.
It is, but I like the second one better.
Did you see? That was hilarious. Is it a movie? Can't remember. Jack Nicholson's son. Oh, it's in the movie Smile too. Where they do the creepy smile. Jack Nicholson's son's in that.
Really?
When he's smiling, he looks just like his fucking dad.
Really?
The Shining. It's so funny.
That's awesome.
It's so funny.
I just love. Have you seen the pictures? Just let's say like Jack Nicholson living his best life. He's just doing all this stuff, and I'm like, good for you,
And
Jack.
he's like your
Nicholson.
dad too. Or
Yeah.
his hair is just like
Yeah,
this, no
yeah.
matter where he goes.
I'm like,
It's
good for you, Jack Nicholson. Good for you. You just keep seeing things where they're like, is Jack Nicholson okay? People say that rumors say Jack Nicholson hasn't returned to acting because he's suffering from dementia and all this stuff. And then there's pictures of him on boats, and there's pictures of him swimming and holding puppies and like eating food and like drinking and like never has a shirt on. He's always got his shirt off. And I'm like, whatever it is, he ain't suffering.
He doesn't give a shit what he looks like.
He's not suffering. I'll tell you that. Whatever's going on.
I will tell you this. Like, he's done a lot of good movies and a lot of terrible movies, like Wolf.
Yeah.
That was a pretty terrible movie. But he did some of his underrated movies that no one's ever watched. I think are his best movies overall. Like, I do love As Good as It Gets.
Mm-hmm. That's like one of the few romantic comedies that I like.
It's not even really a romantic. I mean, it is because you got Helen Hunt. Other than that, it's not even really. It's more about how obsessive the guy is, and about this faggot that gets robbed and beat up, and then he ends up taking care of his dog. Yeah,
she loves that dog, and I love that dog.
I love that dog. Yeah,
I love
it. But yeah, the movie's so funny because it's so realistic, like on the character. Jack Nicholson did a great job of making the guy like what he should be.
Yeah, you just know exactly how to describe a woman. How do you do that? I take accountability, and I think of a man, and then I take away accountability and something else. She's like, think of a man, and I take away accountability.
Yeah, because he plays a writer and he writes books, and he's like a famous book writer.
He's just a prick,
and he's like, he hides, and when he first sees the dog, he like throws it down in the garbage chute.
Yeah.
And then he's afraid of black people, so it's got what's his name in it. It's falling on hard times.
Cuba
Gooding Jr. Yeah, Cuba Gooding Jr. Every time he comes by, because he's gay and he's black, so anytime he comes around him, he's all scared. He's like, ooh, okay, does whatever he says because he's afraid to like offend him and be in trouble. It's fun. It's a good movie.
It is good. I like that movie. I like About Schmidt.
Yeah, I was going to say the other one's about Schmidt. That's the same exact thing. He plays a perfect character. Like, I don't know if there could be another person in a movie that does that the way he does it.
I really wish that the last movie that he did was The Departed. Because it was, I love that movie. And I love him in that movie. And
I like it. They just go they got annoying when they wouldn't shut up about the rat thing.
Yeah, but I just think that he did a really good job, and it would have been a good one for him to stop in. But then he did a few other weird things after that. Oh, he did The Bucket List after that, I think.
Oh yeah,
and that movie's not bad.
It's fine.
Yeah, but
I mean, it's Morgan Freeman.
Yeah,
you put Morgan Freeman in a movie, even if it sucks.
I do like when Morgan Freeman's explaining that coffee he likes. He's like, read right here, because Jack Nicholson's always talking about this coffee. He's like, you have to try this coffee. He's like, I'll just drink my own coffee, thank you. And then when he's dying on his deathbed, he's like, you remember that coffee you told me to drink? I want you to read this. It's about your coffee. And he's like, blah 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 coffee is coffee our top grounds fed to cats.
Yeah, shit out and
then
filter it.
Yeah, and he's like, you're drinking shit. And he's laughing.
Starts laughing.
Yeah.
But yeah, about Schmidt. Like, I like just. It was
the Kathy Bates part.
Well, that was funny, but I mean, I'm just talking about story in general. You know, he's married, he's worked the same job for his entire life, and he has a good life. And he has a daughter that hates him because he's kind of a prick. But basically, the real part of the story has nothing to do with really anything with his life. Like his life, the character just plays out and it's funny and all this. But the real story is that his wife dies. He kind of hated her and he couldn't wait for her to die. And then when she dies, he becomes a fucking pig and he's got nothing to look forward to because his daughter hates him. He's got nothing to do, no friends.
Yeah.
the people at his job kind of fucked him over.
And he found out his wife had been cheating.
Yeah, and he found out that she was cheating on him, so everything's all fucked up. And he's like, "Fuck this shit!" And then he watches a fucking video about starving African children, and so he basically the crux of the story is that he writes a letter to the boy that he donates, and this boy is sending him letters telling him, or he's waiting for this letter from him, and he keeps writing them, and he starts writing. He's complaining at first, and he's complaining all his writings, and then at the end of the movie, he gets a letter back from the boy, and it like totally blows. It's like he found what he was looking for out of this fucking stupid thing that. Like, it's a great story. Like, people don't write movies like that.
Yeah.
It's like just very good story writing movie. And it's not an exciting movie. You have to watch it. But I recommend that you watch it because it's a great movie.
Yeah. It'll tug at your heartstrings.
Oh,
I'm sorry,
it's all right.
I'm sorry your internet's sucking at Dardar.
My internet is perfect.
Oh.
Hey, that might have been her just now popping up.
Tell me, Happy. Tell me all. Happy old Daniel.
Like I said, you probably didn't hear me before, but technically you could message me and I could send you a link and you could be on video on our podcast live.
Another good movie that doesn't have Jack Nicholson in it, but it's really good is Oh Brother Art.
Oh yeah, Oh Brother Art, that was great. Yeah.
I am a man of constant sorrow. Yeah.
Soggy Bottom Boys.
Yeah.
He's got the Dapper Dan.
I just like how Happy O'Daniel says some bitch. Some bitch. Some bitch out here. When I get old, I'm gonna say that. I'm always gonna look hot. Even when it's cold out, I'll be waddling places. There's some bitch out here. Some bitch.
Just Oh Brother Art, that was just an interesting movie. It's nothing like it.
No, it's based off the story Homer's Odyssey, but they do it.
That's
so
a religious thing. They tie in a religion thing.
Yeah. Like in Homer's Odyssey, there's a Cyclops in it, and like a real Cyclops. But in the movie, John Goodman is a guy that just has a patch over his eye, but he's the Cyclops. Everything is relative to the story from home, but like change. Like there's sirens in that lead you to crash your ships in the old book, but in the movie, the sirens are these women washing their clothes in the river, and they're singing and luring them down to the river, and they get them all drunk and then turn in Pete. We thought it was a toad.
That's what I'm thinking. That's probably the best. Honestly, the best part of the whole movie. John Goodman's like, knocks him over. Squishes, yeah.
He goes, it's all bloody.
It's hilarious. I didn't expect it when I was first watching the movie. So I can't remember. Did I take Cole when he was like 7 to see that?
Me and you seen it.
Yeah.
We saw it. I don't know if he was with, but me and you went and saw it when it came out.
I feel like I took Cole too, and he might not have known what the fuck he was watching.
Yeah. We went and seen that. We saw I remember the very first we thought you was a toad. I'll never forget the first rated R movie I ever seen without an adult was me and you went and saw There's Something About Mary.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, oh, this movie's rated R. It's got Cameron Diaz in it. We're gonna see her boobs. And the people that made the movie knew people were banking on seeing it. So they had this part where Matt Dillon's got his binoculars up and he's watching her, and she's getting up and she's taking her top off, and it goes to the side for a second, and everybody's getting ready. We're all ready.
Funny,
Yeah,
because he switches
yeah,
his binoculars to these big assholes.
yeah. And we're all getting ready. Like everybody's just ready to see these,
Oh,
Cameron Diaz's boobs, and then it pans over to that other chick, that old leathery lady with the fake, big old nasty wrinkly boobs, and I was like, oh no, yeah. And you never even get to see. You get a little side view of Cameron
she
Diaz.
wears a lot of see-through shirts.
Yeah, but you never get to see it, and it's just like they knew they did that on purpose. They knew.
Oh yeah, the big Beetlejuice. I'm torn on that one still. I keep hearing that it's good, but
I think that it's going to be one of those
you gotta
movies.
expect it to not be what you want it to.
Yeah. Well, this is the thing, and this is what has happened with a lot of movies too that I didn't mention, like that are sequels and stuff. Where like there'll be movies where like I'm like, and kind of like the Clerks 3 movie. I feel like too, like even though I haven't seen it, it's one of those movies like you're like, oh, I'm satisfied with that, but I never have to watch it again now. Like, and I feel like Beetlejuice 2. That's what's going to happen is I'm going to watch it and I'll be satisfied with it, but it won't be like Beetlejuice 1 where I want to watch it at least once or twice a year. Like I could watch Beetlejuice like once or twice a year, but I feel like this one, like I'll like it. I'll be like, oh, it played really well. With the second,
takes him and pokes him on the finger, and there's the spikes. And
yeah, he's like, nice.
Yeah.
Like,
oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
And he's like, nice model. Burp, burp. He squeezes his crotch. There's just so many parts. Like that was improv. He was like, nice fucking model. Burp, burp. And but I mean, I feel like the second one will be good. I heard it's good. I think it'll play really well into the first one and stuff. But I don't think I'm almost positive I won't want to watch it again. I'll be like, oh, this was good, but I don't ever need to watch it again.
What I did hear, I don't know if anybody knows that, but he was in, I think, Beetlejuice 1. He was only in it for like
17 minutes.
17 minutes. So he's only in this one for the same time.
Really?
17 minutes.
Really? That's crazy.
They wanted to do that for some reason. You don't need to.
Yeah, I mean,
but it might not even.
Because like in the first one, it's enough. You know what I mean? So I mean, if it does what they need it to do, then they do what they need to. So if you think about it, like most scenes, if you put all scenes together, you think it's longer than it really is, but like they're only in like a clip here, and then it shows the other person talking. That's what they're talking about. Yeah. Like you imagine them there, but they're not there. It's just another. They're talking about the airtime. You know what I mean?
But he's not even in the first 35 minutes of the movie.
Yeah.
Go through almost half the whole movie, you don't even see him.
Yeah. I do want to go see it in the theater before it goes away. I just haven't.
The same thing. I haven't got to see the Alien movie. The new Alien. Yeah. It's good.
I wish that I hadn't seen the Alien in it because it really like the dude that's the tall dude. Yeah. And it makes me not want to see it as much. And I feel like it probably doesn't matter, but like
because I heard the lore about it. Not of that Alien. I didn't want to spoil it, so I haven't watched that. But the lore of the reason why the aliens are different, and that even the what you call it, spider things that come out of the fucking eggs. The reason why they're different, like how people get impregnated with the aliens or get the alien. It's all different. Like it all goes back to the Deacon. Like basically, what happened in Alien is the Deacon when you go to Alien Prometheus. Prometheus, and they go into that room with all the jars.
Yeah.
And then they see on the wall, it looks like the alien.
Yeah.
But it's not really the alien. He was the leader of that planet.
Yeah.
And his name was Deacon. And eventually Deacon died. And what they did is they took all his blood out. They used his blood to experiment because they're trying to bring back their god. And he wasn't an alien. He was more like a humanoid type creature that was indestructible. He's like a perfect creature. Yeah. So they wanted to recreate it. And so that's what happens. And then after Prometheus, when you do that other movie, what's the second one? I can't remember. But anyways, with the robot.
Yeah.
And then he kills the one girl and turns her into another alien. Like you can see he experiments with all other animals. And he's basically doing the same thing. Like what happened is they didn't have enough blood to finish their experiment, so they found ways to recreate the blood. And it's not as good as the original blood from the actual creature, so they don't get as perfect of a creature.
Yeah.
So it turns into different things. And different things. And David was experimenting with all these different creatures, and you get the white xenomorphs, and you get the dog xenomorph from fucking Alien 3, and you get all this stuff.
That's why they had all those toys. Remember the toys?
Yeah.
Like the rhino xenomorph, the praying mantis xenomorph.
Yeah, so you get different things with the blood, and it's not the actual blood. It does all kinds of different things because what they use in Prometheus when they drink the thing, that's like the blood of the deacon, and it deconstructs the DNA and recreates supposedly us or whatever.
The voter registration people are out in the groups now. They're harassing our customers as, are you registered to vote? Just leave us alone. Send crackheads on them. Tell the crackheads that are in your store, you'll give each one of them a cigarette and to go chase those people away. The problem solved.
Just say, are you registered as a sex offender?
Yeah. Just get, the pack of Newports is like what, $7? Just get a pack of Newports.
Like
$9 now?
Yeah.
Dang. I don't know. Get a handful of change and throw it out there at them.
Yeah, I remember. It's funny. That's a good story about cigarettes. I remember Marlboro. You would get Marlboros if you had money back then, even though packs were like $4 or $5. And if you were poor, you would get basics. And then there was a point. I worked at the gas station. This happened for some reason. All of a sudden, Marlboros were cheaper than basics. And it still stands to this day. If you go get basics, they're like $1 more than Marlboros. And basics, that's why they're called basics. They're supposed to be less good.
That's because it became a thing, just like chicken wings. Chicken wings were cheaper because that's less meat. And it's just like unwanted part of the chicken. But because so many people eat fucking chicken wings now, because they originally ate them because they were cheap, now they're expensive because it's like popular. That's the same thing with basics or Champion clothes or Converse shoes or any of that shit. It's the same fucking thing. It's so stupid.
Everything.
$10 for Newports?
Yeah.
Ain't nobody got time for that. Man.
Don't they have a difference too? Like, I think I was hearing today, like if you get like the soft pack, it's actually $1 cheaper than buying it. I don't know if that's true. It doesn't really matter, but I thought I heard that, which would be really stupid. Same cigarettes, different packaging.
I would never be a smoker, but if I was a smoker, I'd be one of those guys that just rolled their own cigarettes. I know for sure I would.
It's the only way you can get. Yeah, $8.50 for soft pack. It's stupid.
I want mine. Like, why don't you just buy yourself one of those boxes, those reusable packs? You put your cigarettes in there.
Or you just keep the pack and get the soft pack, put them in your
Yeah. How stupid.
So simple.
But for me, I'd roll my own cigarettes if I did it.
But the reason why is because people who smoke cigarettes are fucking retards, and they take their stupid pack and they throw it on the ground.
You know what I've been thinking about? I've been thinking about being a pipe man.
Oh yeah.
I've been thinking about being a pipe man. And then when I sit down at the end of the day, I'll be like, Natasha, could you be a dear and get me my pipe?
Give me my pipe.
And then I'll have cherry tobacco. And I'll put cherry tobacco in there. And then I'm gonna have like a little cart with wheels that has my liqueurs on the top with the glass, and I'll wheel it to me. And I'll be like, thank you, darling. And I'll put a few rocks in there and put a little splash of liqueur in there while I have my pipe. Puff on my pipe and drink my.
I've been thinking of a similar thing, but I still wanted to do the cigar thing, maybe not too often. I understand. Are you guys single? Asking for a friend.
Oh.
We're
happily taken.
Rita, my comic shop.
Chase that.
Oh, she's probably quoting a movie. Possibly.
Can anybody hear the dog?
Yes. Oh, I don't know about that.
There's been a dog barking this entire time. Rita's a lady that steals from the store every day. Chase her away. Bite her face.
Spit on her.
Spitting on things makes it all go away.
But you got to do the spit take like on clips that we were talking about.
Yeah. First they said there was a giant radioactive hamster coming to destroy the whole city. Then the next time you look at it and it says that some
They were saved by
a
mutant bird fish.
Then he's like, it's like, oh, you spit on me, you fucking asshole! I'm gonna kick your ass.
He's like, here, take your money back. Come out back here, back your neck.
You guys should be ashamed of yourself.
Yeah.
Using filthy language in front of customers.
I think that's. Take a look at this.
I think I can see your kids. Why you gotta do that? You know he's just gonna go back and tell the boss.
Fuck her up.
Do it.
Not a working.
Do it.
What you do is you get a. You got to go to somewhere where you can find bees.
I'm on a big choice.
Yeah. Find a thing where you can find bees, and then you follow this lady on the road. You carry the bees in a plastic container. Keep them alive, and then when you see her, then you just run her ass over real hard, real fast, and then release the bees in the car. And then when the cops come, be like, the cops. And you'll get away with it because you were in an emergency situation. You accidentally hit somebody, and then
Or if you don't like somebody, have an abundance of queen bees in little containers with little holes poked in them so they can breathe, the pheromones can get out, and put a little clip, a little clip on that, and then when you're right by people, clip that onto them.
Clip the bee on them.
Yeah, clip the queen bee onto them and let them go.
Yeah, and any bee, this is the funny thing about bees, like some creatures won't leave their nest or whatever, but bees, if they're wandering and they find a queen, they'll let them come in.
Also, I heard that if bees smell bananas, they'll attack you because queen bees create a pheromone that smells similar to bananas. It's like a very similar smell, and if they think that it's a distress smell, like when they're in distress, they make that banana smell. So if you eat bananas and you go by bees, you're more likely to get attacked by them because they might confuse the banana smell with the queen bee being in distress. So don't eat bananas and go outside.
I've had banana working recently, and I got shit tons of bees in my trash cans at work.
What after? Were they honeybees though? They have to be honeybees. Because usually
that's all they do. They get the sugar off.
Because there's asshole, like a lot of things that people call bees, but they're not bees. There's wasps and hornets. Yeah, it don't work. It's not them. It's with bees, honeybees. A lot of
the bees. What I say, a lot of people are scared of bees. Like my brother, he sees a bee.
No, I'm not afraid of bees. Well, I mean, I'm not afraid of any of them.
Bees, there's thousands of them right in front of my face.
Yeah, you can go by bees. Bees don't want to sting you because they'll die.
They're like zombies.
Yeah, bees will not want to sting you because they don't want to die. They'll die if they sting you.
The only way they sting you is A, if you're get too close to them and touch them or something, think you're trying to kill them, and then B, if you go to wherever they're at,
their nest.
You fuck with their nest.
But like wasps and hornets, they're assholes, and they know that they're not going to die, so they can sting how much they want. They'll just sting for no fucking reason. You literally just gotta go like this by them, and they'll sting you. But I'm not even afraid of those. Really, I'll just kill them. I don't care. Every time a bee comes or a wasp goes by me or something, I'll go like this, and I'll let them get really close to me like this, and they'll act like they'll check me out, and they'll act like they're gonna land, but they won't because they're stupid. Yeah. They'll be like, I don't know, maybe, I don't know, and I'll just wait till they get in a certain spot. And I'll just go like that. Stupid bee, stupid wasp.
I get to have fun. I got my boxes of old donuts, and they're all in the trash can. just spend the whole time
Yeah.
throwing the boxes, trying to smash them into
Yeah.
bags of donuts. That's what I do. Yeah, it's fun. Makes part of my day fun.
Did you kill those bees, Tosh? Did you scream?
Did you eat them?
Did you get angry?
Do you remember for the devil when I went to Quamanon Falls with Charlie the last time? He was drinking beer. He's like, ah!
Yeah.
It feels like that. There's a bee in his beer and he stung him in the tongue.
When we worked at our last job together, a bee flew. You weren't working there anymore, but a bee had gone in my straw when I of my drink, and I took a drink, and the bee went in my mouth and stung my tongue. And I'm not even joking. Like, I don't know how. I never thought I would react this way, but as soon as it stung my mouth, I knew exactly what was going on, and I bit it. And as soon as I bit it, I spit it on the ground, and I was like, "Ooh!" And I don't even remember who was behind me, but they were like, "What happened?" I was like, "Fucking bee stung my tongue. It was in the straw." And like, I thought I would be way more traumatized from it and like bothered by it, but I really wasn't. And surprisingly, when it stung my tongue, it really was just like when you get one of those dead taste buds on your tongue.
Oh.
That's all it really felt like. But
I got stung by one, but it was on a bag that I was throwing out. So it stung me like in the hand.
Yeah.
Somewhere like right
I'm just
here.
glad it didn't get in my throat.
Like, and then after that, like 30 minutes later, it's gone.
I'm just glad it didn't sting my throat, like going down my throat and sting, because then that might have caused some problems.
Oh, geez.
We're at our 2-hour mark.
Yeah.
I'm thinking we should close down.
What do y'all think? You should have got. You guys should be calling people, being like, "You gotta watch this fucking show. That's crazy. I never believed what I heard on here."
We need to start writing a list of what to talk about before we go on here. Screw cigarettes. We just
you used to do that.
wakes up and says, "I want to walk around smelling like on an ashtray."
You used to do that, and I had to walk around smelling it.
You know what? I don't ever want to have a cigarette. I'm a pipe man now.
Yeah.
I'm
a cigar man.
Yeah, we don't need cigarettes. We want pipe and cigar. Yeah.
Cigar man. I've had half a cigar.
Maybe someday I'll be a hookah man.
I could never be a hookah.
Just
I feel so stupid.
Wouldn't it be funny to carry a hookah around?
Hey, you guys want to just
go to
hookah?
Wouldn't it be funny to go to like a flea market with a hookah strapped around you?
Yeah.
Be like, "Hey, what's going on, man? Well, you got some nice wares."
Just like just reminds me of going to Vegas and you go and they're charging like $10 for like a half hour oxygen.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I'm gonna breathe in blue oxygen. I'm gonna pay for it.
Look at these wares.
Oh,
I'm a hookah man.
I never got it. I remember
it
was a short time when maybe it was you and Bridget or something hanging out.
Bridget did hookah. No, I never did. But Bridget and Andy and Betsy and all them, they like to do the hookah. I don't know, man. I couldn't do it. Like I think I might have tried it once and it was weird. And they put milk in the water and and that was weird. You coming over for Thanksgiving dinner?
Couldn't tell you what's gonna happen.
You're welcome to come join us or stop by for some turkey nom nom.
Turkey nom nom.
You and the Bond girls.
Yeah, I don't know. It's always a weird thing with Thanksgiving because we got her family, then we got the devil here, and then we got Tiffany doesn't really like turkey.
She has to.
My mom is tired of making turkey, so we usually eat ham when we go over there. And then I got my dad, and he might he does stuff, but I don't really want to go over there because her family will be there, and they're nice. They're all nice people. It just feels weird to be people like all happy and go lucky, like, talking. Can't do that. I used to like it when I was with Tanya. It was like a change of pace. Like I never had no fun except for when Nanny was alive on Thanksgiving and Christmas and stuff. But after she died, it was like over for family
Yeah.
forever. And but then when I was with Tanya, I thought that her family was like this cohesive mesh of things. Her mom's side was too bad; they were fine, but they didn't. It wasn't like a big thing. But her dad's side,
Yes, please, Natasha. Yes, please.
yeah.
I
Oh
appreciate
yeah, you better actually. No, I'll be good.
Bring Chuck.
But check the one. But anyways, her family had huge get-togethers. It's like you go there for Christmas. There's like fucking 50 people there, and they're outside playing like volleyball, sand on the lake on Thanksgiving, and doing all kinds of shit. And they all seem happy and all that stuff. And I was like, this is so cool. And her mom's side, they had a good family one too. They were nicer people than then you realize that for one, like 90% of all those people all hated each other. It started to tear down over years, even when I was there. And then the one year I went to Christmas there, and they didn't even consider me as family, even though she was pregnant. They were like, "Can you take the picture for Christmas?" And I take the picture of their family, and that caused a big drama between them. And then, uh, I mean, I just realized it was all kind of fake bullshit.
Oh, there's 10 of us coming. I better get a big turkey. How about instead of a turkey, I just get an ostrich?
Yeah.
I can go down to John Ball Zoo. I think they got an ostrich there.
Yeah.
I can just sneak in at night on covert, like steal that ostrich.
And really, well, I'll probably eat on Thanksgiving, but I've given up on the shit. I don't want any bread.
You know what? When I make food for Thanksgiving, I don't. Most of it's just like really basic ingredient stuff. I like to make mashed potatoes, squash. I like sweet potatoes. I like green bean casserole. I like. Well, I mean, I don't like green casserole, but I make it. Stuffing, which is bread, I guess. But then the turkey, obviously, and
Well, that's my favorite thing. Honestly, on Thanksgiving, well, I like turkey gravy, but when you make the stuffing in the turkey, and you get the real stuffing from the turkey, that's like my favorite thing.
yeah, I like that too.
I like turkey. I like any meat. It doesn't matter what meat it is. But that's the weird thing. You got all these dynamics with different families. And when I went to back in the day, Tanya's uh, mom's family, they had stuffing that looked really good. It was like real thick, cool stuffing. I'd never seen anyone make it like that. Like, oh yeah, this can be good. It was like the driest, nastiest thing I ever had in my life. It was like homemade. It was disgusting, but then,
I had this stuffing that Katie's mom made that had like sausage in it, and I loved that stuffing. And her dad and I would fight over it, and who got it? Like stuffing. Yeah, we would fight over who got it. That was good.
And then they had Tiffany's family does a totally weird thing out of the box than anybody. I think she'll make some. No. Because Tiffany likes this nasty like turkey delight thing. That's like basically a frozen can of fake turkey meat, like processed dark meat bullshit. That's her. That's the turkey she likes. It's weird. It's gross, like a loaf of.
I was just
turkey.
talking about how like I feel like a lot of women are like this too. Where like they like the least realist food. They like the least. Me and Joe were talking about it. I was like, women like the least closest
we were just
thing.
talking about tea, pizza. And,
oh, maybe it was me and you, or was it Joe? I can't remember. But the least closest thing to real food. That's what women want most of the time. Like we want like meat. We want like basic ingredient food. Women want like processed shit.
Yeah.
And it's weird. I don't get complex carbs.
This is her family's lowdown. It's that turkey stuff, then it's prime rib. They do prime rib every time, which is fine, but it's not my favorite. you have to cook it right. And then they do like potato.
Yeah.
They do like a cheesy potato thing with like chips in it, and that's good, but it's not good for you. And then they do chicken balls, which is basically like cornflakes. You make chicken, boil it, bread it up, put garlic, onion, stuff in it, cover it with fucking cornflakes and bacon, and then the corn balls, and then stuffed mushrooms they do, which I do not like.
I like mushrooms.
Stuffed mushrooms. It's like totally not anything I would have ever had.
Yeah.
Thanksgiving my entire life, but something totally different. They do something else.
I like baked beans. I like
Oh
gravy.
yeah, baked beans, gravy. Yeah.
I like chicken.
Fight over
I like
the heart.
I like pig feet.
Yeah.
We're gonna have
I
pig
like
feet over here.
chitlins.
Yeah.
I like pig feet.
Yeah. We're gonna have chitlins, pig feet over here, collard greens.
Yeah, I like real gravy.
We're gonna have hog maws.
Hog balls.
Every time I'm in the kitchen, you in the kitchen, eating that
all the
food. All the chicken, eating all the pig feet,
all the hog balls.
I like chicken. I like pig feet.
Yeah.
Last night, I asked you to take out the trash. Why didn't you? You fell asleep. Boy, I wish you fell asleep right now. I'll hit you with a right and a left. I'd hide my grapes.
Oh my. Can you bake it or whatever? She's like, oh yeah. Yeah. And then she's like, I didn't make that for you.
Yeah.
That's the kind of mom. What should be?
All right.
Yeah,
I think
we
I'm
gotta
ready
go
to be
see.
done.
The
The next episode will be better. We'll be more prepared. We didn't have a lot of time.
We didn't.
We just threw this together.
This is a good episode. I think it turned out okay. Did a lot of ranting.
Yeah. Next time, we'll have that out of the way so we can do other stuff. I'm gonna bring my puppet.
And I bought the special for our new reboot episode. If you can guess how much it costs, I'll give you a nickel.
Very special.
It's cask strength.
Yeah. Very special.
You know what cask?
What?
Jeez. Burpee.
Get it all out.
Burpee.
Get it out.
You only eat one time a day and you just eat meat and you burp like that.
Get it out.
But anyways, yeah. Cask strength, basically. Okay. Break down whiskey. Real quick. This will be the last thing. Whiskey is the government regulates how whiskey is made after Prohibition. So basically, whiskey has to be done in oak charred barrels, and there has to be a minimum of 2 years of aging done on a regular whiskey in order to call it a bourbon. Okay, so you take the bourbon, and then you can do things after that. And so there's things called single barrel. You get something that's done in a single barrel. Single barrel doesn't mean anything. You can take a barrel and do nothing with it and just call it, that's the single barrel. I left it in a room for another 8 months. And that's the single barrel. So you don't know what that is. It could be anything. And then they got, if you look on the back and it says that it's distributed by a different company or whatever, it could be whiskey from anywhere. And they made the whiskey and sent it off to somebody and then they distribute it. So you don't know exactly what you're getting. You just know the age and the timing of it. And then they got this. This is cask finished. So they took another cask of some sorts. You don't necessarily know what it was. Could be a rum barrel, could be anything. They finish it, and that cask could be 2 weeks, could be 5 years. Who the fuck knows? But then when they do but when they say cask on that, then when they pull it, the cask strength of the bottle, because a lot of them say cask strength, that means they don't refine it afterwards. Basically, don't add water to it. So you get whatever comes out, that's how much alcohol is going to be in it. So you get all these weird numbers. Like I said, this is 111.3 proof. And the reason why it's like that is because whatever it comes out of, in order to say it's cask proof, has to be whatever comes out of the barrel.
Exact.
And if it's bond or bottled in bond, there's a bond issue in the prohibition where everything that came out, they wanted it to be the same. So if it says bottled in bond on the bottle, guaranteed it's 100 proof. They make it that way. And when you take whiskey, you can get more flavors out. Some whiskey tastes like shit. You can put some water in it. If it's too strong, put a little, don't even need much, just a little water or an ice cube. And all of a sudden you get all the flavors that you're missing when you just drink it straight. I like it straight though. And, you lower the proof, you get some more flavor out of it. That's whiskey breakdown for you.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, yeah,
Remember, John Stamos for life. John Stamos for life. If you don't love John Stamos, I don't know you.
I love you so much.
John Stamos, he's coming on the show pretty soon, I think. Probably pretty soon. I'll give you that. And yeah. So
Okay.
take it from that. Next episode, hopefully coming soon. Oh, he's even sexier. And we will reconvene and
Yeah.
maybe within a week and a half or something, we'll figure something.
Yeah.
All right.
I love you.
Comment, like, subscribe.
Yeah.
Go to YouTube. Subscribe on YouTube. Go to Facebook. Like the shit out of it just so it gets played, and then they can go to freaking Nanner.com or not .com. Just go look up YouTube Freaking Nanner Show, and you'll find us. Obviously, you guys know that, but whoever's not watching the video can know it. And we might have a guest next time. I'm working on getting a guest. His name is Slim Shiny. I call him Slim Shiny still. And I'm the only one that can call him that. Some people know him as Halloween Jack. And he sold toys and stuff at all those toy store things. And his name is Sam. I'm going to reach out to him. He said he's available on the weekend. So if we do a weekend show, I'll get a hold of him. Maybe we'll have a guest. And he's an interesting guest. He's ginger as fuck. And I'll talk to you later.